In today's video, I made every single food in Bloxburg ever, including some that have been removed from the game. Hey glossettes, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. However, I have a feeling that is all about to change because in this video, obviously, I'm going to be making all 297 Bloxburg food and drink items. Honestly, I have no idea why I'm doing this, but one weird niche of the game that I actually really love is the food. The game has a lot of food. A lot of it's from like different locations or seasons or even isn't in the game anymore, and I actually spend a lot of time kind of like collecting it. So I thought, why not actually go through all of it with you guys, and also just to see how long it takes me to kind of get each item. Honestly, I don't know. I literally do anything but building a house in this game at this point. As you can see on my plot here, I have my kitchen and then I have all of these cubes, and every single food item is going to be placed on a cube. So we have the quick meals, main meals, foods you can get from your plot, foods you can get from other appliances, foods from around the map, Christmas food, Halloween food, New Year's food, Valentine's food, and other seasonal food items, and remove items too. We're just going to kind of roughly see how long it takes. I'm starting this at 6 minutes past 5 in the evening, so I'm gonna stop yapping and actually make a start with our first section because I'd really like to get as much of this done tonight as possible. So we are gonna go over to the fridge and we are gonna start with the quick meals. Now there is tons of quick meals. There's actually I think 62. You can only have I think 21 items on a tray each time, and I also have to be careful because if I click on a quick meal that has something that needs to kind of be made with an appliance, it will completely wipe away all of the food on my tray. So I'm gonna have to be careful with like what I click on first. Honestly, it's actually kind of insane how many kind of food and food variants this game has now. I think everyone's seen my kind of food hoarding plot at this point in the video, so I am actually going to be going, hang on, let me place these down. I'm going to be going over onto that plot a bit later because obviously I need to get my seasonal food to bring it over to this plot, which is going to take a while. But yeah, the quick meals is kind of I guess the easiest part of this video. Also, this video will be cool because I don't actually have like a favorite Bloxburg food, I don't think, so it'll be kind of fun to like go through each of them and maybe pick a favorite because so much of it actually looks so good. Same with like food and like cartoons and stuff. Like, has anyone seen the food in Peppa Pig? I want to eat it so badly. Like, their pizza looks incredible. Okay, we have some toast. See, this is all the stuff that I'm gonna have to like use the appliances for. Why is the counter like up here? Also, do you all like my little kind of chef outfit? I thought it was pretty cute. I thought it was kind of good for the video. I'm also pretty sure this is my first video kind of like on the new map that isn't like update related, which by the way, how are you guys finding it? Because as much as it's incredible, I am still kind of like, I really dislike the new lighting. So when we first got the update, obviously we got the lighting that was a lot brighter and nobody really liked it because they kind of missed like the shadows. Well, some people liked it, some people didn't, and I kind of agreed I wanted the old lighting back because it was too bright. But now they've went the other side. Well, actually no, I like how shadowy it is now because this looks like the old game, but it's too orange. I feel like they kind of dulled it down a bit, but it still feels like too orange to me. Like the white doesn't look as white and I really don't like it. I don't like the clouds, but it's an improvement. But it's just like it goes from one extreme to the other. But overall, I think it's great. I am so happy that we finally got the map revamp. I'm so excited though, I'm gonna have to say it. I am just getting excited for like the seasonal updates now. Halloween in a few months. I know you guys are gonna shout at me that it's too early, but when you're a content creator, okay, I've already had to be planning like all of my seasonal content, so I feel like I'm kind of forced into doing like Halloween and Christmas things early because I need to like prepare. We're making good progress, I think. It just takes a lot to kind of have to like go and cook everything. Okay, we're gonna heat up the noodles. Anyways, back on the topic of Bloxburg food, I guess I do actually have something cool kind of coming for like the different seasonal updates, because if you guys didn't know, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of unaware of this, but Bloxburg actually has like a whole kind of like Bloxburg catering company side of it, like all these little Bloxburg businesses that will make food for you, which I basically promote every year. So if you watch my seasonal stock videos, I normally give you guys like the name of the catering company that I use to kind of make all my food. However, this year I decided to do it a little bit differently, and I'm actually going to be opening my own catering company for Bloxburg where I'm basically giving you guys like free food. And what I mean by this is I'll be giving away I think 300, maybe 250, 300 something like that bundles of Halloween food first, because obviously Halloween is the next season, where if you join the server you can basically just ask for them and we will give you a free bundle of every single food in the Halloween update for you to kind of like stock up on without having to cook it all yourself. So I'll probably announce that on like the first day of October or something, how you can join. But yeah, if you're someone who likes to kind of stock up on the food and you don't really want to make all of it yourself, then you can have some free stuff, I guess. My counter's kind of getting filled up. I feel like we're halfway there. Then what I'll do is I'll place everything on the like the little squares and we can see if we've not missed anything. Nothing's even blending. There is nothing in there. I can hear someone like drilling in my house and I have no idea why. And I don't know if it's picking up on the microphone or not, but I have no clue what's going on. It looks crazy when I use the top oven and I'm just like floating. This takes some real core strength. Okay, here we go. This is everything all done. So what we're gonna do now is place everything on the cubes and make sure we haven't kind of forgot anything, I guess. Should I kind of place it in the order you see it like in the fridge menu, or is that too obsessive? Okay, I'm just gonna place it with whatever's close first, but then maybe later if I feel like organizing, I will place it all in its specific order. I don't know why, okay? I really enjoy organizing Bloxburg food. It's kind of insane. I just find it so satisfying. And here we go. I actually had one too many. I accidentally had 2 of the yogurts. But this is all of the quick meals all done, thank goodness. Let me just place this counter back here. Look at this. It looks so beautiful. And I think that took us around 25 minutes. And now what we're gonna do is move on to the bit I am absolutely dreading the most, which is the main meals. And what I mean by this is it's everything in the take ingredients thing, and there's actually 60 of these, so this is gonna take quite a while. We are gonna start with the baby food first. This should be like the easiest one. I guarantee this is gonna take well over an hour, so I'm kind of regretting this video now. I do hope that the kind of like cooking mechanic gets an update very similar to the Bloxy Burgers thing. Like, it would be cool if we could like maybe drag the knife down to like cut things and like actually mix things. Oh, that's the wrong section. We're not doing quick meals again. Like, actually mix things and like just kind of have it a lot more interactive. Oh, I need to fry this way. I also really want, and I say this like every single food related video, I just really want a bakery update, okay? I really want a food mixer. I want like croissants and pastries. It would be really cool if they timed that so they kind of like added a bakery location in the town, because obviously we have a lot more buildings coming. So I think a bakery update with a actual bakery location would be really cool. Same with if a lot of the food was kind of updated with a supermarket update. Like, I just really like when they kind of time updates with build mode things, if that makes sense. Like when we got the new gym, we also got a bunch of new gym equipment. When we got the, that's the wrong section, I'm gonna keep going into quick meals. When we got the Bloxburgers update, we got like loads of kind of like restaurant items. So I just think it's really cool to kind of like add locations and a lot of build mode items at the same time. So after I got through like 5 meals, I realized just how long this was gonna take. So I completely logged in and put on my motivational music, which is Rock Me by One Direction, obviously. Honorable mention to this banger too, but I sat there for like the next hour just making meal after meal. It took so long. I actually felt like I was gonna start hallucinating those little circles you have to click. Like, it was just an endless loop of chopping and frying and garnishing, mixing, rolling, more frying. Okay, it actually wasn't that bad. I thought I'd be here for like 2 hours, but it wasn't as long as I thought. However, my wrist was hurting so bad from all the clicking, and yeah, that's kind of it. It was very interesting to kind of see all the different steps for everything though. Like, all the animations are adorable, and yeah, that was pretty much how I spent an hour of my time today. Okay, we are so nearly done. I only have the turkey, meatloaf, kimchi sandwich, sushi rolls, steak, and lobster left to do. So basically the most expensive items, and then we will finally be done with this section. I did just kind of take like a 20-minute break off it because it has been like an hour of this, so I just needed a little break. But we are gonna finish this off and then probably start on the next section, which I think is kind of items of food from the plot. And what I mean by this is you can actually get like other kind of like fruits and vegetables that you can't actually get in the fridge from plot items, so like garden plant. And we also need these to be able to make some other food items in the appliance section, like all the jams. So how thick is this sandwich though? Like, how on earth would you take a bite out of that? But honestly, this hasn't taken as long as I thought it would for this section. I think it would work out at about like an hour and 15 minutes maybe. This counter is getting so full though, I can barely kind of fit anything else on it. Okay, 3 things left. We can do this. This is so satisfying. I love the little animation for the sushi. One thing I've also always wanted to build is like a little kind of sushi restaurant. I swear Merly Twirly did one years ago, or someone else that I used to watch in like 2018, 2019. And I've just always wanted to do one since. I can't remember who it was, but they did one with like giant sushi on the roof. And I just feel like that would be a really cute build if I built it kind of like inside of like a sushi. Why does the steak look so realistic? Okay, 1 item left finally. We have the lobster. It's so weird because I don't like fish, or like, you know, when you get fish and chips, obviously I'm British, so that's kind of like a staple here. I don't like fish fingers or anything, but I will happily kind of eat like lobster. Or like mussels. Garlic mussels are really good, but I just don't like fish like by itself. Okay, I think this is the last step. So we just need to garnish this and maybe it's done. I think, maybe. Okay, here we go. We have finally finished the main meal section. Look at all this food. And this has taken around an hour and a half. So I would take off the 20 minutes and say it's taken around like an hour and 10 minutes, which is what I thought it would. So yeah, that is pretty much how long it takes to make every single main meal in the game. And now I have to put all of this on its cubes, which is gonna take a few minutes. But now this section's done. This is kind of like the only section where it was a lot of work. It's kind of more entertaining from this point because obviously we need to get things off the plot and like other appliances. Then we have the stuff we need to kind of collect from like around the map, which will be fun, and the seasonal stuff from my other plot. So it shouldn't take that long to kind of finish everything off. I also decided that at the end of the video, I am gonna basically go through and read off every single item and show it to you guys. All 297 of them, just because I think it's kind of cool to have like a look at every single thing, just as like a kind of a cool recap over every food we have in the game. There's so much stuff in the game that I feel like we forget about, not even just like food items, but like every item. There's so many weird like small items in the game that people just don't remember, or things that people will suggest being added, but it's like already here. I also really wanted to do a video where I place down every single item in the game too, but I also am concerned that it wouldn't fit on one plot. Actually, it might do because we can do different floors, but I think that would be cool as well to kind of like do this video but with the items and have a look at every single item, because it's kind of really helpful to look over everything. There's so many things that I forget are here. Wait, why is there a space? What have I forgotten? Wait a second. Oh my gosh, wait, the tacos. I don't think I made tacos. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down below if you'd like to see a version of this with all of the items instead. Okay, here we go. We have the final item in the main meals. There we go. And that is everything. That is every single kind of big food portion in Bloxburg that isn't seasonal. Anyways, what we're gonna do now is hop into build mode to find all of the foods that we can actually get from build mode, which is basically just some garden fruits and vegetables. So if you go into the gardening tab, we have things like the carrots, but you can actually get carrots out of the fridge. There's already one here. Things like the onion plant, you can't get onions out of the fridge or anything. You have to get it from these plants. And the pineapple you can get out the fridge, but I didn't. We also have like, where is it? We have tomatoes we need to get. We have strawberries. There's a corn stalk, but I'm pretty sure you can't harvest things off that, but I will check. We have a watermelon we need. Obviously, technically you can't eat the pineapple and watermelon without cutting it up, but I am counting it as like a food just because I want to, okay? We have the blueberries, and then we have lemons, and that might be it. I know there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's one more apparently. Oh wait, it's a coconut. I'm pretty sure it's the coconut. Yeah. What you can do is when you place these down, you can go around and you can actually harvest them. So if you click harvest, it will sell them, but you can either store it or take it. And if you take it, it puts it in your hand like this, which is very helpful because we can just kind of pop it over here. Gardening is one of my favorite features in this game. Okay, pretty much everything is. I need to stop saying I have favorite things because I say it about everything, but there we go. We have the onion. We have the strawberries, which are super tiny. I really wish they'd add like kind of punnets of berries. Then lemons. Oh my gosh, I forgot it puts you on a ladder. That's so cute. Here we go. So this is all of our kind of plot foods complete. So we have 8 of these over here, all done. And now what we're gonna do is move on to the appliance section. And this is basically like every single appliance. So I have every single appliance in the game here. And this also includes all the jams because we have the jam maker. And we also are going to include like the things from the campfire. So like the s'mores and the fried bread, I just haven't placed down a fire yet. But there's like nearly 70 of these. So we're going to have to get started. So we are going to start with things like the tea. I think if I take multiple of these, I'll get rid of them. Yeah, because we technically are making it, it won't let me just pick them up and hold them on a tray. So I'm going to have to slowly go one by one. We have like these appetizer trays. So I'm going to have to fill this one by one and then take one of each and refill it with the next food. There's also some that you can also get as like town items. So can you see in this kind of food heater, we can get like the onion rings and stuff, but these also are sold in Bloxie burgers. I'm just including these in like the like appliance section because you can get them here if that makes sense. And then anything left over that you can like only get in the town, that is what I will put in the little map section. Can you tell I have thought this through like so much? We actually have these little meatballs, and I actually saw someone on Twitter. So you know when we had like the meteor event, they threw a meteor party and had these as like meteor snacks, and I thought it was so funny, but I cannot remember who it was. This is so annoying having to like fill everything and then delete it. We'll save the jam for last because I'm gonna have to get like a bunch of every fruit and vegetable to do those. Okay, so I'm on to kind of doing like the 4 pretzels, and this has actually reminded me of something. So I don't think there's many of them left in England, but there used to be this place in the shopping kind of center near me called Auntie Anne's Pretzels. I'm pretty sure it's like American, so I think Americans will probably know what that is, but I used to love this pretzel place. They got rid of it out of the shopping center like 10 years ago or something now. So this is when I was like a lot younger, but basically every single time we used to go shopping, I would get their like Twix pretzel, which was so good. And I used to be like so obsessed, like weirdly obsessed with this pretzel place. Like I gave them like cards, I would make them cards and they like hung it on the wall in the pretzel shop. Like I used to love it, and then they got rid of it and I was so sad. But I think like 2 years ago I was actually in like the south of England and we just randomly found like an Auntie Anne's Pretzels, and I had the pretzel that I used to get all the time and it was so good. So it was like made me miss them even more. But yeah, I was like Auntie Anne's biggest fan at one point. I used to like make them things. I've never tasted a pretzel as good as their Twix pretzel. It's so good. In the vending machines we have these 3 drinks. Now this did actually have a witch's brew in it like yesterday. I think they accidentally added it into the update because obviously it's a Halloween update, so it's been taken away. But I'm actually going to include these in the kind of like map section because you can get them at the grocery store. And then this machine literally just has like the same candy and a few other snacks. So we're also going to ignore this. I don't know why I placed them down, but that is everything of the appliances I have. And now we have the jam and the campfires to do. Okay, we have a s'more. I'm running out of room to kind of place these on the countertop. And then we have the roasted bread, which I've never heard of before. It just looks like marshmallows. Oh my god, you know what it kind of looks like? It looks like the Twix pretzel. Okay, that's done. And now what I'm gonna do is grab every single fruit and vegetable so we can make a bunch of different jams, because yes, like every single fruit or vegetable has a jam like variant. There's some like weird flavors. You can make like onion jam with it. We also have honey. I forgot about that one. I don't think I included that on my count, so I'm gonna have to find a space for that too. See, this is what I'm saying. There's so many like random little items that you just completely forget about. Okay, so I have every single fruit and vegetable here, and all you need to do to actually make the jams is take one in your hand and then click the jam maker and click use, and it will turn whatever item you have into a jam. Here we go. This is our onion jam here. We are around halfway through, so it's not taking that long. It's been like 5 minutes. It's pretty quick to kind of turn them into jam. It's not kind of like as long as all the other dishes. Okay, this is the very last one. So now what we're gonna do is try and make the honey, and I think we just need like the beehive thing. I think it goes straight into the jar. I don't think we need to kind of do anything. Okay, here we go. We have the honey, and that is everything from the appliances all done. So now it's time to actually see if we have missed anything or not. That also took around like 25 minutes maybe, so it didn't take as long as I thought it would. There we go. We finally have all of the appliance section complete, thank goodness. It is currently like 7:30, so what we're gonna do now is make a start on all of the map items, and the first stop we're gonna go to is just over here, which is Bloxburgers. Now obviously you can make like the main meal burgers inside of your house. Also, I swear this counter isn't working. Like every single time I tried to come in here earlier, I'm spamming you right now. Why can't I get food? I'm gonna have to go through the drive-thru, but yeah, anyways, you can obviously make the main meal burgers, but they are actually different from the Bloxburgers ones. So these are obviously like the new burgers. So we have the veggie burger and the Bloxburger I'm gonna order. These actually look different. Here we go. Here's Annex giving it to us. They actually look different from the burgers that you can make. So you can make the old ones and then get the new ones from over here. Kind of weird that we have like multiple variants, but let's go put these over here quickly. I have a lot of slot to kind of open for map stuff, and I feel like there's not that many, so I don't know what I'm gonna fill this with. I don't know why I've counted so many. Anyways, next we are gonna go back into the town and go over to the gym and also the theater, because there's quite a few in the theater as well. Oh, and Ben's ice cream, we have that to go to. Okay, let's start with the theater because it's right over here. Oh, we have the new movies. I forgot about that. Anyways, if we go in here, we have the theater popcorn and the theater soda, and then we also have the full-sized boxes of the 4 different candies as well. Then we can go straight over here to Ben's ice cream and take all of these. Oh wait, we have the supermarket food as well. Okay, so there is quite a few that we need for this. Okay, I have got the metal water bottle, and then I think everything we buy in here just gets put in our inventory, but we have the crisps, buy some of these, we have the beans, we have the water bottle, we have the Bloxie cola, and then we have the Bloxie aid, and that should be everything, I think anyways. So let's head back over, and then the last things we have to do are all of the kind of seasonal food or food removed from the game. Here we go. So this should be everything. That is all of the map food all placed place down, which only leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections left, which means we need to head over to my giant stock plot, which we're gonna do now. This is what I refer to as my hoarder plot. You guys have probably seen this in videos before, my food factory. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I have pretty much every single food on this. I have like all the normal foods. I have one of every single food we've just spent like hours making over here as well. But this is all my seasonal food here, and then I also have like the removed foods and stuff down here. I have a crazy amount of Bloxburg food. I also have another plot that I'm working on which has even more. So what I'm gonna do is slowly take one of everything. Oh, it's kind of gonna kill me to kind of like disrupt my very neat tiles and even table numbers, but oh well. Everything's just gonna have a gap now, which is gonna really annoy me. The gingerbread house is technically a food item, but you can't actually eat it. You can only pick it up, and if you try and put it on a tray, it won't let you. So if you ever have a tray full of food, do not click on it because it'll get rid of your entire tray. You know what I want to do this year? So you see these cookies here? I swear these are meant to— oh, the tray's in the way. Hang on. I swear these are meant to be like a replica of, you know, the American— I think they're called like Hillsborough dough cookies or something. They have like Christmas tree ones as well. I really want to try those. So I decided this year on my vlog channel to do like a tasting Halloween, American Halloween candy video and maybe a Christmas one. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I really want to try candy corn, but apparently it tastes gross. Okay, this should be absolutely everything. So let me store this back in and then I will go take it all back out again on the other plot. So it's actually the next day, and I did record last night, kind of like taking all of the seasonal food out of the fridge. However, for some reason, I forgot to click record, so I don't have any of that footage. However, it did take around like 20 minutes, so we can kind of add that to the counter. And I do have all of it here, so I organized it onto tables. We have like Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's, and then like all the kind of other stuff. So what we're gonna do now is put it onto the cubes, and then we are finally done. I am 99% sure I did get all of the food, and I still haven't decided whether to organize it all in like a specific order, but I feel like I'm too far in now, so I'm probably just gonna leave it. But okay, wait, we're 1 cube short for Christmas. Wait, wasn't this meant to be Halloween? Oh my god, I was gonna do Halloween and then Christmas and then New Year's so I could have it like in the order. Oh no, that's gonna really annoy me. Wait, okay, you know what, I'm gonna switch them around. I think this is my favorite kind of Halloween item, the witch's frog juice. It just looks so cute. And you know what else would be a cool video? If I did kind of like trying Bloxburg food in real life. Funnily enough, one of my friends, Hazza, who's actually a mod for Bloxburg, sent me this Amazon listing, and someone has made like this kind of Bloxburg cookbook, which apparently has like all the recipes for the stuff in game, and I kind of really want to buy it so that I can do like a cooking video with the Bloxburg stuff. Okay, there we go. That is Halloween all done. Then we have New Year's, which is just the singular New Year's cake, and now we have Valentine's, and there we go. That is all of the seasonal kind of holiday food all done, which only leaves these 2 sections left. And this one is obviously like quote-unquote seasonal items, which is the boba, because these get added every seasonal update and in the summer update, I'm pretty sure. Basically, whenever the boba stall is in game, we get all of these. So we are going to place down these 6 flavors. But there we go. That is all of these ones done. And then finally, we have foods that have been removed from the game. Now, there's only 2 squares here because the only foods removed from the game that you can actually kind of still have if you kept them is the PNDA, popcorn and drink, from the movie premiere. So we are going to add these here. And I know what some of you may be thinking, Glossie, isn't there the mega gulp drink that some people can still have? Well, fun fact, they actually can't. So if you didn't know, there used to be a drink in Pizza Planet called the mega gulp because they got this from Pixar's Toy Story movie. This had to be removed eventually for copyright in I think 2018 or 2019, and they replaced it with the plain red soft drink. But here's the thing, some people kept their mega gulps and it was kind of like a rare item for a while. So some people occasionally still look to kind of find it and buy it off people. However, they did actually completely remove that from the game now. So if you had any mega gulps left, they would just be replaced with the red cup. So no, you can't actually get it at all. Even if you had one on your plot, it's now been completely replaced. So the only 2 removed foods we can actually get are these 2 items here. But now that these 2 sections are done, this should be every single food in Bloxburg. And what I'm going to do now, before we kind of go through every single food, is I'm going to quickly do a kind of count and check and just make sure I really haven't missed anything. And I will see you guys in a second. So I've done a final check over everything and we now have every single item here. I did forget a couple. One in particular being the, where is it? This thing over here, the red soda cup. How did I forget this? I was literally mentioning this, what, like 10 minutes ago? But we now have every single food and drink item in the game, and this actually brings us to 275 items. So I did get my count wrong, but 275 is still an insane amount, and this also took me around 2.5 hours. Now obviously with the seasonal food I didn't actually have to make this because I can't right now, so if I did have to kind of like make that from scratch like everything else, I think it will probably take around 3.5 hours, maybe 4. But I think we've done a pretty good job, and now what I'm gonna do is go through every single item and its name for you guys, because why not make this video more torture for myself? So we are gonna start over here with the quick meals. So we have the fruit and veggie tray, Asiago cheese, PB&J, iced tea, dango, chocolate milkshake, orange juice, watermelon, nutrition bar, fruity fruit juice, fruit snack plate, mac and cheese, cracker sandwich snack plate, pineapple juice, beef jerky, string cheese, instant noodles, acai bowl, strawberry milkshake, rectangular box of chocolates, lemonade, fountain drink, carrot, apple sauce, banana, coconut water, jam toast, avocado toast, apple, hot chocolate, grape juice, oatmeal, fruit smoothie, grilled cheese, spring rolls, pineapple slices, grapes, super smoothie, pepperberry cheese, fruit snacks, fruit infused water, ice lolly, pop tart, fried plantain, pizza rolls, soda float, milk, water, yogurt, cereal, vanilla milkshake, berry bread, puff puff, orange, baby bottle, a pear, coxina, poutine, meat and cheese platter, crackers, ready meal, and then some toast. Okay, that was ridiculous, and now I have all of this to do as well. I feel like I sound like a robot. Anyways, on to the main meals. We have pork chops, pizza, hot dogs, pecan pie, salmon, vada pav, fries, garden salad, red velvet cupcakes, spaghetti pomodoro, fruitcake, mandazi, baklava, sugar donuts, chocolate cupcakes, langos, gelatin cake, beef skewers, birthday cupcakes, birthday cake, rice pudding, spaghetti and meatballs, blueberry muffins, sweet corn, baby food, sprinkle donuts, barbecue ribs, challah bread, kimchi sandwich, Caesar salad, bacon and eggs, chili, a cake, apple pie, burgers, fruit salad, pumpkin pie, grilled banana, pancakes, bunny chow, corn dogs, vegetable skewers, strawberries and cream cake, cheesecake, vegetable soup, cookies, empanadas, bread, beef stew, mixed berry pie, tacos, fish fingers, steak, chicken nuggets, sushi, meatloaf, lobster, lasagna, curry, and then we have turkey as well. So another bunch of food, I guess. Anyways, moving on, we also have a coconut, a tomato, an onion, strawberry, blueberry, lemon, pineapple, and a whole watermelon. Then moving on to all of the appliance meals, we have honey, onion jam, carrot jam, tomato jam, blueberry jam, grape jam, lemon jam, banana jam, pineapple jam. I'm gonna be real, I cannot remember which jam is which, and it doesn't tell you when you click on it in build mode, so this is just all the fruit jams, okay? Anyways, we have fried bread, s'mores, meatballs appetizer, chicken wings appetizer, deviled eggs appetizer, shrimp appetizer, a lime slushy, raspberry slushy, cola slushy, strawberry slushy, lemon slushy, cheese popcorn, caramel popcorn, plain popcorn, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, cappuccino, an espresso, cheese pretzel, chocolate pretzel, plain pretzel, cinnamon pretzel, mozzarella sticks, fries, onion rings, chocolate covered marshmallows, chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered bananas, the 6 different fountain drink flavors, cotton candy, tropical fruities candy, oops chocolates candy, yum gum, mini sour shocks, Choco's milk chocolate, mini fire breath, drops gumdrops, mini arctic cubes, chewy's chocolate caramels, chewy bubbles, a lollipop, crispy chocolate, mini pops candy, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and a protein shake. Then moving on to all the map location foods, we have the veggie burger, the Bloxburger, theater popcorn, theater soda, full-size shower shock, full-size arctic cubes, full-size fire breath, full-size pops, Ben's vanilla ice cream, Ben's chocolate ice cream, Ben's strawberry ice cream, metal water bottle, water, beans, Blox's chips, cube cola, and a Bloxie aid. And then we also have the Pizza Planet soda drink as well. So we have Halloween cupcakes, ghost cookies, spooky cake pops, pumpkin choc chip bread, Halloween cake, tombstone brownies, pumpkin macaroons, witch hat cookies, pumpkin cookies, spooky vanilla milkshake, pumpkin cappuccino, candy corn, corn dog, pumpkin ice cream sandwich, kettle corn, pumpkin spice hot chocolate, caramel apple, witch's fearsome frog juice, strawberry cotton candy, orange lantern cotton candy, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin boba, witch's brew, apple cider, and pumpkin muffins. Then moving on to Christmas, we have festive fudge, mince pies, the chocolate advent calendar, festive cake pops, winter cake, holiday pudding, snowflake cupcakes, peppermint hot chocolate, Lusa buns, peppermint cappuccino, reindeer pancakes, peppermint ice cream, gingerbread hot chocolate, peppermint popcorn, holiday cookies, iced holiday cookies, Yule log cake, holiday tree brownies, gingerbread men, gingerbread cookies, candy cane, peppermint boba, peppermint mocha, gingerbread latte, and a gingerbread house. And then for New Year's we only have one, which is the New Year's cake. But then for Valentine's we have the Valentine's cake, the heart cake, the iced heart cookies, heart cupcakes, strawberry swirl cheesecake, heart macaroons, lovely chocolate candy cookies, strawberry cappuccino, strawberry cream boba, candy hearts, pink hot chocolate, letter cookies, lovely bacon and eggs, heart cookie cake, strawberries and cream, heart pizza, lovely jam cookies, lovely cake pops, and a heart-shaped box of chocolates. And then for the boba flavors we have strawberry popping boba, taro boba, mango boba, plain boba tea, cheese foam boba, and matcha boba. And then finally for the two removed items from the game we have the PNDA popcorn and the PNDA soda, and that is every single Bloxburg food in the game pretty much ever. It's so crazy to kind of look at all of this. I think if I had to pick a favorite kind of item, I don't know what it would be. I think it would have to be something seasonal. I think it would have to be either the tombstone brownies over here, because I just really like these for some reason, or the mince pies, or the heart cake. One of those three, they're kind of like my top favorite foods. But let me know down below what your favorite food in Bloxburg is. Now that you've seen them all, I would love to know what your guys' favorite is. And that is it for this video. That is how long it took me to make every single food in the game. A very good use of my time. But anyways, as per usual, all my channel members, Nitro boosters, and merch buyers will be on screen now. Thank you so much for joining the channel, boosting the Discord server, and buying my real life merch. I love you all. And in general, I love you all so much, glossettes. XOXO, Glossy Girl.